I feel like I'm losing my edge. 4 days ago, I finished a video I've been working on for 7 weeks. I think I know where this is going to go. Most likely, he's been working on a big project for a while. He's finished the project, and now he's drained his willpower, and he's going to be messing up in the good habits. Let's see. It was a cinematic pilot project I decided to take up because Hamza suggested I make that style of content. Yeah. Zivian is a student of mine inside a different program where I teach people to be YouTubers, and I told him he should be more of like a filmmaker style of a YouTuber instead of like the sort of talking head advice giver. Nearing the end of completing that project and the days following it, I feel like I've lost my edge. I was thinking about blaming school for it because school takes my time and energy away from focusing on my goals, and the lack of meaning in schoolwork was giving me symptoms of depression. But I can't help but think there's a deeper cause to it because even with school, I could certainly find time to work on my goals if only I had the drive. I'm not going to try and diagnose myself, I'll just describe how I'm feeling and let you make a judgment. I can't fall asleep at night, usually not until after 12, and I find it hard to wake up in the morning. I have no energy throughout the day. When I get home from school, I have no drive to do anything productive. I just end up burning out for hours on end. I get frequent negative thoughts. I can't focus on work or get into flow states. I keep going back to scrolling. I've been avoiding the gym. So, this advice that I'm about to give, it's very important you listen to this. The advice I'm about to give is not for guys who are total Jeffreys. If you're a total Jeffrey, do not listen to me. But if you're not a total Jeffrey anymore, and you're actually someone who, for example, you quite like working, you quite like going to the gym, this advice is for you. When you are feeling symptoms like this, when you don't want to work on the thing that you usually want to work on, when you don't even want to go to the gym, even though you usually like to go, listen to it. This is literally your brain and your body telling you, like, hey, we don't want to do these things right now. We just want to rest. And when you resist that, that's when you end up scrolling and watching porn and doing some bullshit. Basically, your brain and your body is asking you, hey, for like 1 or 2 days, can we basically not go to the gym, not do work, not try and be like super disciplined? Can we just sit around, read books, and like watch like TV, like have like quite like low stimulation pleasure? If you honor that within like a day, you'll get back to the grind. If you don't honor that desire, you'll end up resisting it for a few hours till eventually you'll grab your phone and end up scrolling instead. And scrolling is like a million times worse than just like watching like a movie or, like binge watching like a TV show for a day, for example. So what happens is, let me teach you something about willpower, right? Because this is so interesting. Willpower is the skill of resisting bad habits. It's different to discipline. Discipline is the skill of doing work that you don't actually feel like doing. Willpower is resisting bad habits that you actually want to do. Do you see the difference, right? Willpower, do the good thing that you don't feel like doing. Discipline, do the good thing that you don't feel like doing. Willpower, don't do the bad thing that you feel like doing. So when you've just had a season where you've used a lot of discipline and a lot of willpower, you've done the good work that you probably didn't really feel like doing sometimes, but you've also, most importantly, not done the bad habits that you felt like doing. Basically, you've been like disciplined for the last 1 month, 2 months, like he mentioned here. What happens is you will be locked in for this season up until the work is done, the war is over, and that's when you'll be the soldier who's won the war and goes spends all the money he earned on like the brothel and gets like an STD or some shit. Basically, once you have finished the hardcore season, your willpower will be depleted, your discipline is all going to be like a little bit fucked up, your rest is going to be fucked up, your mind is going to be fucked up, you're going to be tired, and you'll almost want to like revolt against the path that you've just been on for like a day or two. When that happens, you just need to rest. It's like, okay, we go to the gym, we train really hard, and straight after that, you're supposed to rest. Your body's literally like, that's why you get tired after the gym when you do resistance training, like weightlifting. Your body's literally telling you, like, come on, go home and literally just eat, have a warm shower, just sit around, don't do anything crazy, don't grab your phone. Just go and watch like some podcast, or just go sit down and just read, or just go talk to someone. Go sit in the sun outside and drink tea with nothing in front of you. Just go play with your dog. Your body's asking you for that. And when you say, no, I'm going to go and work, and you try and work like after the gym, for example, and your brain's not really working so well, that's when you end up just grabbing your phone thinking, oh, okay, fuck it, I'll just grab my phone. I'll just, text someone. I'll just go on Instagram to see my DMs. And then you end up scrolling and jacking off. So if you're not a total Jeffrey anymore, you can now start to actually like listen to how you're feeling and to think, okay, right now I don't actually feel like doing the work or going to the gym, which I usually actually do feel like going to. So if you're the type of person who quite likes going to the gym, but your body's telling you like, no, don't go to the gym, listen to it. You're not a Jeffrey anymore, right? You're out of those stages. You can actually listen to your like your brain and think, okay, my brain and my body's telling me not to go to the gym. I'm actually gonna listen to that. It's not discipline anymore for guys like us to like go to the gym when we don't feel like it. Honestly, it's not. That's like Jeffrey level, right? Like for example, every single time I have felt like not going to the gym in the last like 5, 10 years, I've gotten an injury when I went anyway. Every single time I felt like, okay, don't do this exercise, don't do that weight, and I do it anyway, I get an injury. And once I'm injured, that's when I look at it and I'm like, your brain fucking told you don't do this fucking weight or don't go to the gym today. And I didn't listen to it thinking like not listening to it and going anyway was discipline. No, discipline for us is listening to our brain and not going to the gym or not doing the work. If you're the type of person who actually enjoys the work and enjoys going to the gym. So in the specific case that we're looking at here, he worked really hard in a project for a long time. He disciplined himself. He used willpower to stay away from the bad habits. And now that he's finished the project and his willpower and discipline is no longer like really needed for that war, that battle he was in, now he needs to recharge, but he's not allowing himself to recharge, and so he's spoiling like this energy inside of him. He's losing integrity and trust, and his like sort of masculine spirit is being destroyed because he doesn't even trust his own emotions. He doesn't trust his own guidance, like his navigating system inside of himself. So what he needs to do to get away from these random symptoms of depression is now to realize, one, he's not a fucking Jeffrey anymore. You need to update your self-image. But two, listen to your fucking feelings. Like, bro, you're not a fucking Jeffrey. If you're watching this video, if you relate to this, you're not a fucking Jeffrey anymore. You can actually start to listen to your feelings and think, I really don't want to work. Of course, I still want to achieve my goals, of course. But today, I just don't feel like mentally capable to do my work. Then it's okay to like take the day off work and to go like sit outside all day, go sit in your garden, go talk to your mum for 2 hours today. Don't be a total degen and just stay inside, play video games, because we know that's not rest or anything. But just go and like spend hours with your mother today. Go and spend hours outside playing with your pet or something. Go and meet a friend and go walk around the park. Go and do like 20,000 steps outside and go and say hello to everyone you walk past. Do something that gets your brain away from the usual work. And what you'll find is by the end of one day, you'll actually start to crave like the discipline, the path, the routine again. But when you resist that and you stay at home and you're trying to force the work, or you go to the gym anyway and you're trying to just do a good workout anyway, you feel like garbage. Right, you feel like garbage and you end up just getting an injury, or you end up like sitting around trying to do the work, getting pissed off that your brain's not working, and then you grab your phone, you end up scrolling, whatever. It happens to me too, bro. You're not supposed to be able to work every single day in a row. Usually what happens is you'll get seasons, like a few weeks where you've been so disciplined, you're doing everything right. And then when you finish like some kind of project, like a batch of videos, or you were making a book or something, once you've finished that, that's when your energy will just dip like crazy. And it's important that you honor that, right? So don't revolt against that. Honor it. You're not at the Jeffrey level where, like Jeffrey shouldn't listen to any emotions inside of them because they genuinely don't want to go to the gym, even though they could do, and they're very well recovered. So a Jeffrey has to like turn his brain off and just go to the gym anyway. But for guys like us, we have to actually listen to our brain and listen to our heart. What's weird is that my social life has never been better than it is right now. I'm talking to people every day, deepening real friendships, approaching girls, asking them out on dates, and following the advice from the Social Chad course. If you're watching this on YouTube, the Social Chad course is like a program inside of this community. Top link in the description. And I'm planning a Halloween party, which is picking up buzz really well over the last week. My looks have been improving as well. Let's have a look. Let's go, man. My looks have been improving as well. My skin is clearing up from the doxycycline and prescription topicals I've been taking. My physique is looking more defined from the months of training. My orthodontic treatment doesn't require me to wear the retainer all day anymore, which means my smile shows better now than ever. Nice, man. I'm happy for you. I'm more motivated than ever to approach girls, flirt, and plan dates. It might also be good to mention that there's been a lot of drama in my house recently, especially at Thanksgiving. My parents' marriage is really bad, and there's been a lot of conflict, unpredictable behavior, and uncertainty. It could also be the weather changing, being colder and darker. Yeah, I would say if I had to bet, the cause of this is your willpower has just been drained. You needed willpower this entire time to stay on this path, to work on this project, and also to not get like sort of drawn into this family drama that's been happening recently. And your willpower has now just been drained, which is fine. That's what happens. It's like, when your muscle hits failure and you can't lift anymore, it's just normal. It will come back stronger next time. And it's just drained and you just need to recover. What you need now is an easy few days. That doesn't mean you should go play video games, because video games actually drain willpower. That's why after like 6 hours of video games, you actually feel weirdly tired, even though people think it's like resting or some shit. It's not. The same with anything like hyper stimulated, like scrolling and stuff is just terrible. What you need is a day or two which feels easy, in the sense of like, okay, you're not scrolling, you're not working, you're not resisting things that you want like crazy. Just go outside and go spend time with friends all day, and just go to the cafe and sit there with a book and go spend 2 hours with your mom, then go drive around with your friend and whatever. Just go spend like 2 days like that, and by 1 or 2 days in, you'll want to come back and work again. The only thing that seems to be missing is a purposeful mission that feels like it transcends the confines and finite duration of school. Something that's exciting and something to look forward to tomorrow and 3 years from now. Some task I can dedicate myself to. Something that brings out the discipline in the trenches version of me. Yeah, 100%, bro. This is the willpower thing. 100%. I had a feeling it was as well. I go through this all the time as well. Look, we're all young men here. We're ambitious, we're goal striving, we're like young warriors, like soldiers. And the truth is, like, as much as a lot of guys think that they want like a sort of peaceful, easy life, we are like the enlightened ones who know that actually we kind of want war, right? There's a quote: under peaceful conditions, the warlike man attacks himself. And if you're watching me and you've related to me, chances are, just like myself, you are a warlike man. You need a war, a battle, because if you don't have one, then you will just slink into fucking instant gratification, pleasure, dopamine. There's a quote from the Bible: the devil's idle hands are the devil's workshop, which basically means idle hands means, okay, well, free time will lead you to doing bad habits. People have known about this shit for thousands of years. Young men especially are supposed to be busy. We're supposed to have like shit to do, wars to fight, battles to train for. But that being said, when you've just finished the battle like you have, it's normal to go and spend, like, to allow yourself 1 or 2 days of fun, not of complete overstimulation, because we know that won't even be fun. Like, I want you to visualize, if you go and spend like a day scrolling, you're not actually going to feel better after it, right? You're not going to wake up the next day and be like, oh, I'm so glad I scrolled. You're really not. Don't even consider it. Honestly, the same with video games and all those things which are really hyper stimulating. The difference is, like, for example, if you go with your friends and go and watch a movie, that's different, because that's like 100 times less stimulating than like scrolling on your fucking phone or watching porn or playing video games or something. Those things are way too stimulating. But if you just go and spend like 1 or 2 days, like give yourself like full 1 or 2 days off. I know you've already had a few days kind of unproductive, so now you might not want to do this. But if you go and give yourself like a full 1 or 2 days off, where you just get to do some fun things, which are resting, and spend hours with your family and spend hours with your friend and whatever, you'll start to get an idea of the work you want to do again. And if you don't have a very clear project for that, which is often what I want, but sometimes you don't have a clear sort of project, then what I recommend is just go live like you're in a fight camp anyway. Go live like you're training for war, like you're a boxing, fighter. You're a boxer. You're a MMA fighter. How they would live when it's their fight camp. 1 month, 2 months before training, they won't have sex. They'll go to sleep every night at 9 p.m. They'll eat the same meals every single day. They'll train twice a day or 3 times a day with a coach. Their mindset will just be on it. They'll just think about the one goal. That's how I think is the best kind of life for young men, even without a fight coming up. So I'm doing that with YouTube right now, where I wake up and every moment is just dedicated to thinking about YouTube. And I will work on it 2-3 times a day. I eat the same meals at the same time every single day. I finish eating dinner at like 1 or 2 p.m. Like my dinner's at like 1 p.m. Think about that. So that way, once I eat dinner, I have like 6, 7 hours to digest. When I go to sleep, I'm like nice and like empty, which means I sleep 20, 30% better. I only speak about YouTube to like people, to my friends, to my family, everything, right? So I'm like in this locked in season, and this feels so fucking good. But I know that after like a bout of a season like this, you end up kind of like relapsing. Basically, you end up kind of like slingshotting and resetting some of the progress, which is completely normal. And what's better is you take charge of this, right? What's better is imagine you've got a project you've been working on. It's better that once the project is complete, you've already allocated 1 or 2 days to having fun, but in a non destructive way. Like, for example, go be outside all day and talk to people and go to I don't know, go hiking, camping, whatever, go take some time off, go watch a movie with your friends. Don't do anything completely overstimulated, but, do some like fun off things, right? It's better for you to plan that day than it is that this sort of bout of a lack of like the lack of desire and ability hits you, and then you spend a few days just kind of struggling, but not really recovering. You know what I mean? Like, so the guy who's wrote this post, he's had a few days where he's not been as productive as he wants to be, but I bet he still feels kind of tired right now. Basically, he just needed to take a break, like a rest, before he actually needed to take a break. Do you get what I mean? Take a break, take a rest before you need to take one. And if you just do that after like every bout that you have, like every 30 days, for example, that you're really locked in, you go and spend 1 or 2 days where you're still not really overstimulated. You're not just watching porn all day or anything, but you'll go off the routine a little bit, and you'll just go like, sit outside all day and talk to people and whatever. And if you do that for like 1 or 2 days, you might notice that by the first or second day, you'll actually really want to get back into the work again. And then that's it. You're like fully recovered, and you'll get ideas, and you'll be ambitious, and you'll burst out of bed at 5 a.m. and you'll be back to it. It's better to take 1 or 2 days purposefully like this than it is that like the sort of willpower drain comes unexpected, and then you're knocked off for a few days, still trying to work, but not working, but also not feeling like you're resting. So it's just an empty fucking day. You know what I mean? I'd rather you actually just like allocate the rest and the break, and you can get back onto the journey. You're not a bad person for this. This is completely normal. This is actually like science. It's like we have like like a actual like biological sort of bar of willpower inside of us, and it's just been drained. That's all. You've leveled it up, which is nice, but it's drained right now. You just need to rest for like 2 days and stop trying to do anything that's kind of like hard for like 2 days, and then you'll recover. You can start those 2 days right now, or you can keep trying to work, struggling with it, and then start the 2 days like 4 days from now, and you've just lost a total of 6 days. You may as well just fucking start it from these words. Like, look at the time, from your time, from 48 hours from now, or like, end of today, end of tomorrow, boom. By the time the day after tomorrow, you can wake up and be back in the routine and feel like fully replenished. That's what I would recommend. I know a lot of people would probably be saying like self-improvement things here, like if you fap or if your sleep is good, whatever. But I don't really think that's the problem here. If we were a Jeffrey, then I'd say, yeah, okay, it's the basic things. He's fapping, whatever. Okay, sure. But this is more something specific, which is like you've just completed a project and you feel tired afterwards. This is all the sort of built up fatigue that you pushed away whilst you were doing the project. Now it's hitting you all at once. I'm telling you right now, every single high performing guy has the exact same pattern. We work really, really hard. We're so locked in. We finish the project and then we all get sick or we fall off. To be honest, bro, this is exactly what I've just done. In the last like 2 days, I took it off. I had 30 days of like locked in monk mode. I finished eating at 1 fucking p.m. I didn't have sex. I didn't even talk to fucking girls. I've had girls literally like everywhere, and I've just been ignoring every single one, just focused on YouTube. YouTube's done the best in the last month than it has like for like a fucking year straight. Been locked in, half an hour meditation every single day. Like everything's been fucking good, right? And then in the last like 2 days, I noticed that like this shit was happening. Like I really needed to take a break. So I took a break, and for 2 days I literally just like watched TV, read my book, went to the gym, and like didn't train as hard, just kind of like sat around, spoke to my friend and stuff. And I also got sick as well. Like I've got like a bit of allergies this morning, which always happens. Every single time I finish one of these hard seasons, I always end up getting a bit sick afterwards, like the moment I've stopped, because it's like for high performing successful men, we push off sickness, we push off fatigue up until the battle is done. Then it hits you all at once. Like every guy I know who's like me, who's like a disciplined, successful guy, it happens to every single one of us. The moment we finish some project, we always get like some random allergies. Or I've got like a bit of a cold or like allergies right now. Like I've been sneezing a lot this morning. My eyes are like watering and tired. My throat hurts and everything. It happens to all of us. So take like 2 days off and then you can get back into it. You're not a bad person for this. This is completely fucking normal. Welcome to manhood. When we're in the battle, we don't feel so tired. We don't even get like sick or anything. And the moment you have to like, you finish the project, that's when it hits you for like 1 or 2 days. And then you'll start the battle again. You'll realize what the next sort of path, the next little season is. It'll come to you when you're well rested. So yeah, just recover 2 days and then just get back onto the same routine. And that's it. Hope that helps. For anyone else on YouTube, if you're going through something like this, it's so normal, honestly. Like it's I can't explain it to you how normal this is. And now that it's happened to you and I've explained it, and the next time it happens, you'll realize, oh shit, yeah, this was that willpower drain from like what Hamza was talking about. And then when you see someone who's going through something similar, you'll speak to them the same way, telling them like, no, it's completely normal. You're not a bad person. Like this is exactly how like willpower works. You've just been really disciplined. Now you can relax, but you're not allowing yourself to relax, so you're causing like this kind of sickness inside of you. Just take like 2 days off. Literally, like just take 2 fucking days off. Don't go overstimulated. Just rest, and then you can get back onto the same routine that was serving you so well after this. That's it. Goodbye.